Well, the city and the federal government have agreed to fund a $150 million extension for a West End pedestrian and cycling pathway. City Councillor Josh Matlow isn't too happy with the deal, and he joins us now with more on this. We appreciate your time, Councillor. It seems like a very big price tag for a very small stretch of a pathway. What's your take on this? What are you unhappy about, besides maybe the price tag?
Well, it is the price tag. I'm delighted that we want to move forward with a path that should have been done about a decade ago that will serve West Toronto residents and it will, support active transportation. So we all want it to happen, but $150 million price tag by Metrolinx is absolutely unreasonable. This doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. They are building, never mind walking trails for 2 kilometers. They are building high-speed rail in France, Italy, California, around the world for a fraction of the price. In fact, in Vancouver, they are spending slightly over about $172 million for I believe, a couple hundred kilometers of rail path. And ultimately, Metrolinx has a shameful history on Eglinton, for example, where they were, 4 years delayed, over $1 billion over budget, and have offered very little transparency or accountability for every tax dollar that they've been awarded.
When it comes to, I guess the discussion of this pathway being built, is this something that was not able to be built by external companies to offer a bid, or was this, completely consolidated to just Metrolinx and it's our way or the highway or the pathway?
So to speak, yeah. Metrolinx controls the corridors, so it's understandable that we would have to partner with them. But to hand over so many city tax dollars to a provincial agency that has shown no accountability or transparency for many, many years for how they spend tax dollars in general, without challenging them to bring down the costs and demonstrate to us with a very granular cost breakdown on how that money's being spent, I think is irresponsible. There is just nowhere else in the world that I've ever seen that a 2-kilometer walking and biking trail would cost $150 million. It's not logical. It's not reasonable. And I want Metrolinx to be able to demonstrate to us how they're spending every dollar. We just raised property taxes significantly just this past year. And while I know that Torontonians recognize that we need to fix things and improve services, they also want us to be accountable and wise with every dollar spent. And that's what I'm asking us to do with Metrolinx.
Are you aware of any major infrastructure that has to be ripped up when it comes to piping or sewage that is hiking the price of this? Because it seems as though to build a sidewalk, I'm not a construction expert, but I know you need workers on hand. You need some concrete. And
there's going to be a lot of infrastructure that's going to have to be worked on, bridges to be built, etc. But the Vancouver example that I gave you, where I think it's 289 kilometers, not 2 kilometers, 289 kilometers, which is going to include all the same stuff, bridges, infrastructure, et cetera, is going to be built at a fraction of the price. And again, most cities around the world are actually building much larger projects, including high-speed rail, for the same price, if not less, per kilometer. The work has to be done, but I want to see accounting for the money.
Councillor, what did the mayor have to say? If the city agreed on this, what was her response? What was some of the response from some of your colleagues? Because this seems like an insane price tag, and
it is.
Why would the city agree to fund this or partially fund this if this, especially when we're so cash-strapped as we are?
I've only read the comments that the mayor has made in the media, as you have. This has not come to council for debate, but I look forward to that conversation. I know that some of my colleagues will feel the same way. I want to reiterate, this project itself has a lot of merit. The residents in the West End have been asking for this and demanding this for over a decade. But this price tag has gone from $23 million to $150 million, and we've not seen a granular breakdown of the cost breakdown that Metrolinx says that they need our money for, and we just don't have a lot of money to spend these days. So I want them to prove how they're spending the money. And frankly, I want us to challenge them to bring down the price tag significantly so we have money to spend on the many other priorities the city is facing.
Sure, many of the Torontonians watching this would like to see that transparency as well. City Councillor Josh Matlow, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.